Nee, sie hat schon braun. Das hat jetzt irgendwie ausgeschaut, wenn die Arashi gelbe Haare hätte.
There's a resource reading near here. You should check it out.
Oh, ich liebe Essen. Muss man links einfach nur zack und wir sind durch.
It's over.
It dropped something rare.
It's over. Keep your guard up.
Ah, aber ich krieg kaum Erfahrungspunkte, merke ich gerade.
The attacks to the outer shell are working. I'll try to break it.
Einfach weiter, ignoriert die anderen. Von denen kriegt man eh nicht so viel. Wow, bis daher?
That other attacks with explosions. It's dangerous to get close.
Welche andere? Jetzt treffen wir uns eh, jetzt kommt der
It's
Austausch.
Yuito platoon. Let's go.
Kasane, looks like all of you made it out okay.
I was able to rescue them thanks to your help.
I should be thanking you. I would have been taken over by Babe if you hadn't been there.
Hey, Kasane. You're not going to try and kill Yuito again, are you?
I already told you. She was the one that saved me.
I know. But I want to hear her say it.
You have all the right in the world to doubt me. In fact, I don't blame you for it either. Yes, I think it's best to talk for now. We should talk and find a better solution, rather than just forging ahead on assumptions. It took me too long to come to this decision, and I apologize for that.
Something's different about you. Can you tell me what happened? Why did you try to kill me?
I know this will sound ridiculous, but please hear me out.
So my power affected the Kunad Gate.
So you knew.
Yeah. I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. So, the me in the future... I guess I just wasn't able to end it myself. How lame.
That's not true. The you in that time was great, and you right now is special too.
I have to admit, I never thought you'd be complimenting me. Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. I'm proud I have the same power as you.
That reminds me, how is your brain doing? Has it settled down at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting by. I told you not to worry.
Liar. He's trying to keep us from worrying, just like Naomi.
All right, we should exchange intel.
Then first and foremost, we got some questions. Especially about Kyoka.
Yes, of course you would.
Kyoka, are you one of the design children from Togetsu?
Yes, I'm a clone made in Togetsu. My genes come from the founder of the Togetsu faith, Dr. Hitoyo Pope. The city is filled with chosen psionics, designed from the same genetic data as me. We are the children of Togetsu.
Again, this term, design children. I know I've heard it somewhere before. It was when I regained a memory of Mother. Yes, she said I was... made.
I see. I guess that's why Kyoka and Dr. Pope look the same. We were shocked when we saw Dr. Pope's vision in the Togetsu facility.
I hate to ask this, but if she was one of the Togetsu followers...
Yes, Kyoka was a spy. She was spying on Kasane. But that's not the case anymore. She decided to live as one of us. I vouch for Kyoka. She's definitely not our enemy.
Yeah, I believe you.
What? That was fast.
The way Kasane looks at Kyoka is proof enough. Though, that's kind of an embarrassing way to put it. Honestly, I don't know much about Kyoka, so I can't really make this decision myself. But I do know Kasane. I wanted to talk to her to decide what to do, and I thought it was best to trust her. If I trust Kasane, then I trust the people she does.
Shiden, there's no need to get so riled up. You know very well this is the kind of person Yuito is.
Yeah, I just remembered how stupid he is.
Hey, Kasane. If Kyoka is one of the design children, does that mean you are too?
What? What are you talking about?
In Togetsu, we saw design children with the same face as Kasane's.
Yes, I probably am.
That's a weird way to say it. This is the first I've heard of this. Care to extrapolate?
I remembered a little from when I was a child in Togetsu. I remembered Mother. From what I recall, I was told I was one of the design children. It only just came back to me, so it doesn't feel real. That's why I said it like that.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. It must be a painful memory for you. You look so sad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
You're very kind, Hanabi. But of course you should have asked.
You're so nice to her, Kasane.
Really? I wasn't trying to be. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask about?
Yeah, there is. If you know anything about humans coming from the moon, I'm hoping you can tell me more about it.
Did you hit your head or something?
Oh, so you guys don't know about this?
Wait, what he said is true?
Yes.
All right. I guess we should explain what we've been told.
Who should I talk to first?
So, hoppla, war ein kurzes Päuschen, weil ich muss zugeben, ich habe mein Mikro ausgemacht und habe nebenbei Chips gemampft. Weil ich wusste, das wird ein ewig langer Dialog. Und plötzlich passiert das habe ich schon komplett vergessen, dass wir ja da so mit denen reden. Und plötzlich so, hä, oh fuck, oh scheiße, Pause. Da habe ich erst mal was trinken müssen, Alter, weil ich das, ich hock da so nebenbei und mampf und immer, oh fuck.
It may be hard to believe, but apparently our ancestors moved here from the moon 2,000 years ago. It was after the first colonists from the moon arrived on Earth that the extinction belt suddenly appeared. Because of its appearance, they were no longer able to contact the government on the moon. So, I guess it's safe to assume that there are people on the moon too?
The first colonists from the moon were led by Yakumo Sumeragi. What they established on Earth later became known as New Himuka. It's hard to believe, I know.
The people who colonized the moon began a major cleanup effort to save the polluted Earth and make it habitable again. They spent nearly 1,000 years on the project.
Apparently, human beings colonized the moon over 3,000 years ago because the Earth's environment wasn't livable anymore. It's so long ago, it feels like a fairy tale. We learned all of this after looking through Togetsu's archive, so I honestly don't know if we should really believe all of it.
But if you were a Togetsu spy, Kyoka, you would know if this is true or not.
Yes, that's indeed what we were taught. But if that was also part of the conspiracy, then...
Actually, no. It's true. It's all for real.
What do you mean, Kagura?
Tsugumi, don't look at me like that. I can't stand it when you look at me like that.
Kaguro, there's a lot I want to ask you. But for now, tell us about history as Togetsu sees it. Do all Togetsu believers know this?
Right, about that. The faith. That's all a lie. Just a way to get Togetsu independence. Besides, the place is mostly made up of design children.
I must say, it didn't look like a religious establishment to me. So does that mean that you are one of the design children as well, Kagero?
Now, I said mostly, didn't I? I'm a colonist from the moon.
Get real. Even if there actually were colonists from the moon, that would have been 2,000 years ago.
Cold sleep.
Yes, exactly. A few dozen colonists are being kept in cold sleep in a Togetsu facility. They wake us up in turns to check on the state of the Earth, and then we're supposed to contact the moon.
Hold on. Does that mean you're from the same generation as Yakumo?
Look, I don't expect you to believe me right away or anything, but it's the truth. The people of New Himuka wanted to live on Earth, so those that wanted to return to the moon made Togetsu. Togetsu doesn't care about New Himuka or Seiran. They're an egotistical lot that wants to return to the moon instead of living on this crappy, other-filled planet. But as long as the extinction belt is there, they can't go back. Not only that, there's news that others are attacking the moon too. So they got to thinking, what can they do to save their homeland and escape Earth? They need to make it so the colonization never even happened in the first place.
The red strings. The time travel power.
I see. They want to go back in time and negate it all from ever happening. But wouldn't humanity eventually attempt to colonize Earth again and repeat this history?
To be precise, the plan is to only take the moon and Earth back in time with a few exceptions.
Is that even possible? Taking only a portion of the universe back in time.
They believe the red strings can do it. They plan to leave records of this timeline's history in the areas that were not taken back in time, so future generations won't attempt to colonize Earth again.
Hang on. I'm getting confused. That's so outrageous. I don't know how to take it all in.
Whether you want to believe it or not, Togetsu actually managed to create the red strings to carry out their plan. Kasane is the result of that, although it's pretty strange how Yuito has a similar power.
Let's suppose everything he said is true. That means this isn't really the time to be squabbling over New Himuka or Seiran. If Togetsu were to get what they're after, then none of us would have ever existed.
No, that's not right. We can't let them succeed. We're all here trying to survive.
Kagero, why would someone at the center of Togetsu's plan reveal all this to us? Can we assume that you are planning to abandon them as well?
Ruining their plan is something I've been working towards since the beginning. That's why I joined them, to get in the way.
That sounds great and all, but how are we supposed to believe you?
You don't have to. If you've got a problem with me, I'll walk. But whatever happens, I'm not going to sit back and let them get away with erasing this history. I left my family on the moon. I won't let them take her existence, too.
Kagero means it. I can tell. It's been a long time since I've seen him like this. So please, trust him.
Tsugumi.
Tsugumi knows Kagero best. I think we can trust her judgment. Besides, I have a feeling you trust him already.
Yeah. If Tsugumi trusts him, then I trust him too.
And if Yuito does, then I do too. Of course, I'll kill him if he betrays us.
So ein Lächeln und ich mach dich kalt, Alter.
Of course. I keep making fun of them for being naive, but that's what ends up saving me.
If we're going to believe Kagero, then we have to believe all of the history about the colonists from the moon too. And then figure out what we can do knowing that.
We're stopping Togetsu's plan. That's all we can do. but it's too much for us to handle alone. We need someone who can move nations.
Are you going to ask New Himuka for help? We're fugitives there.
Even so, we have to. That doesn't mean I forgive them for the things they're doing, though. If they know what Togetsu is trying to do, they might realize their terrible actions are all in vain.
What if we asked Seiron for help? If they know about the Togetsu threat, they might realize that New Himuka isn't who they should be fighting.
I wonder. As far as I know, both New Himuka and Seiron should have a clear understanding about the Moon colonists and their history. On top of that, they're both scheming to survive.
At least it's better than nothing. I don't want to just sit here and wait to be erased.
Indeed. So, we should split up and give it a shot?
Yes, let's do that. Yuito, you go to New Himuka.
And you go try explaining things to Seiron. Now we're finally after the same thing.
Let's do our best.
Ach Gott, ich habe komplett vergessen, dass wir nach Togetsu erstmal noch das nach Seiron gehen und da wird dann wahrscheinlich die Naomi draufgehen.
What an exhausting day. Way too much happened.
You don't get to say that! At least you already knew about the moon and Togetsu's plan.
I'm sorry.
Look, let's not start pointing fingers. We should sit down and try to process what we learned.
I agree. We've been in the dark all this time, but not anymore.
That's right. What we need to focus on now is stopping Togetsu. Kyoka, Kagero, you both alright with that?
Yes, of course. This is what I want, to be with all of you.
So wait, you decided to trust me? Shiden, you're so sweet.
You're making me regret it talking like that.
Are you blushing?
Dang it, you caught me. You know, kids wouldn't talk to adults like that back in my day. I swear I'll never betray you. If I did, these last 2,000 years would be for nothing.
Then let's set out for Seiron after we get some rest.
Kasanes Geschichte SB Phase 8.
I'm glad Yuito trusted us.
He's such a kid, though. I can't tell if he's honest, a sucker, or just too nice.
Yes, you're right. But that might be what makes him strong.
Ich weiß, was diese Köpfe waren. Niemand spricht darüber, woher die Lieferung ursprünglich kam, aber ich denke, wir liegen richtig. Diese Gehirne stammen von Klonen, stimmt's? Ja, all diese Köpfe stammen zweifellos von geklonten Designkindern. Du hast recht, Togetsu besitzt die Technologie, Designkinder als Massenware zu produzieren. Sie werden das schaffen, um Aufträge zu erfüllen, und wenn sie scheitern, sterben sie. Diese Köpfe können von den stammen, die beseitigt wurden, nachdem sie gescheitert waren. Das stimmt, das erklärt aber immer noch nicht die Menge an Köpfen, wie dem auch sei. Es bliebe die Tatsache, dass sie für die Transaktionen in Massen produziert haben. Wir haben zwar die Wahrheit herausgefunden, aber irgendwas stört mich noch daran. Die Droge, die ich dir gerade verabreicht habe, vernebelt dir die Sinne. Deshalb haben sie dir damals in Togetsu gegeben. So, dass du dir keine Sorgen machen brauchst. Es tut mir wirklich leid. Ich langsam wieder an meine Zeit in Togetsu. Du brauchst dich nicht mehr zu entschuldigen. Lass uns überlegen, was wir als nächstes tun. Okay, die zwei Dinger gehen immer noch. Ah, machen wir das mit der Tsugumi? Ach komm, ich mag die Tsugumi zu sehr. Das müssen wir machen. Also, Gegner gegeneinander gekämpft haben, macht dir keine Sorgen, das bekümmert mich nicht. Gerade ist es nicht so toll, aber bei der aktuellen Situation müssen wir uns in den Kopf zerbrechen. Erstmal müssen wir uns allein unterhalten. Komm nach Seiron, dort können wir reden. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, Kasane, would you like to talk about gardening?
Sure, if you don't mind. This is more than just herbs.
Yes. I like growing plants because it's fun hearing their different voices.
You don't literally mean a plant's voice, right?
No, because plants can't speak. That's why the person who's growing them needs to imagine what they're saying. Over here. Follow me. I'll show you what I mean.
She's rather assertive when it comes to plants.
Looking at the flower beds in cities like this, you can tell how they've grown and what condition they're in. This flower may look like it's growing healthy, But if you look carefully, you can see the bottom leaves are changing colors. It's sick. However, the branches and roots are fine, so I think it will recover if you snip off the sick leaves and give it medicine. Oh, these are all healthy, but there is a lot of water building up here, which could cause the roots to decay. You should exchange the soil for some with better water drainage. I'm sorry. I was blabbering again.
No, I'm impressed. Not only are you knowledgeable, you're perceptive enough to notice so much from their appearance.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not just from their appearance. I'm using my clairvoyance to see below the dirt. I can tell everything you normally can't see, from the condition of the roots to the quality of the soil. So it's kind of like cheating.
Well, I don't think I would call that cheating. You're just putting your power to use. Besides, your knowledge and gardening experience determine the condition of the plant, not your power.
Thank you. Oh, and of course you can garden without clairvoyance.
I felt the same back during the military exercises, but the ability to scout anywhere makes her power an important asset. On top of that, she understands her power and has learned to use it well. She would be an outstanding team member.
Kasane? What's wrong?
Tsugumi, would you come with me?
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean just that. I want you to come to Seiran and fight alongside me.
No.
Well, it's not just for me. And I know this is a bit unfair for me to say, but I need your help for Naomi, too.
I'm sorry about Naomi, but I already decided I would fight with Yuito.
Even if it means having to fight me?
Yes. When that time comes, I won't lose.
All right. If that's how you feel, I'll give up on trying to recruit you. However, please don't expect me to go easy on you either.
That's okay. We'll still win. Oh, look.
What is it?
The inside of this tree is mostly rotten. It's been infected by a fungus that's consumed it from the trunk to its roots.
You can't save it?
It's too far gone. If we leave it, the wind might blow it over.
In that case, I think it's best if we dispose of it now. I can use my psychokinesis to uproot it.
Don't say it like that.
It could lead to an accident if it suddenly fell over. The tree is dying anyway. We should deal with it.
This tree is alive, too. It's been sick and suffering, half dead, and you're talking about it like it's garbage.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so insensitive.
I'm sorry, too.
Boah, Alter, die war voll verärgert.
I know you're right. It's already too late, and our only option is to cut it down. But that's why we need to care. This tree has watched over everyone its whole life. I think it's important for us to show it the proper respect to the end.
Yes.
Thank you for understanding. Oh, also that shrubbery over there.
She has more depth than I thought. She's quiet, but she doesn't just do what she's told. She has a hidden strength. How strange. I feel like we would really get along.
Kasane, are you listening? I'd like for you to pay attention here.
Don't worry, I'm listening. You can talk as much as you want.
Oh, die ist so Gummi, Alter. Die ist einfach... Ach, die ist für mich der beste Charakter da drin. Ich mag sie. Ja, Gartenarbeit. Bla 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 bla. Klassen dafür, dass du erst im ersten Jahr bist. Selbst bei so wenig Kampferfahrung ist das erstaunlich. Findest du, du hast mich mit deinem Kampftechnik überrascht, Tsugumi? Du bist immer so still, aber im Kampf hältst du dich nichts auf. Wie schaffst du es, so komplett umzuschalten? Ich zögere nicht, wenn ich gegen Gegner kämpfe, als würde ich Fliegen klatschen. Wenn du Pflanzen züchtest, kannst du um den Totschlag von Insekten nicht herum. An Ungeziefer bin ich also gewöhnt. Die anderen einfach wie Ungeziefer. Allerdings sind die viel größer. Okay. Ist jetzt schon wieder ein Gespräch? Da ist doch nichts. Hä? Ich möchte mit dir über das reden, Kasane, aber allein komm ins Musubi, wenn du Lust hast, aber auch nur dann. Auch nur dann. Du brauchst nicht andauernd so reserviert zu sein. Wenn es dich entspannt so zu reden, dann zwinge ich dich nicht, dich zu ändern. Ich gehe jetzt los, warte dort auf mich. Ach so, da wird dann gleich das nächste Gespräch freigeschalten, falls wir die nicht machen.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Cool.
You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
Oh, Kasane. Oh.
Hä?
What is it?
Nothing.
But you just look like you noticed something. Did you see something with your clairvoyance? Well, I won't pry if it's uncomfortable for you to share. Yes?
Your left knee.
My left knee?
You may not have noticed, but there's a bruise. You might have hit it during a fight.
Oh, now that you mention it, I did hit it in my last fight.
I think you should get that treated. The bone isn't hurt, but it might leave a mark.
Good idea. I'll get it looked at when I get back to the hideout. I'm surprised you noticed.
I had a feeling you were subconsciously favoring your left leg when you were walking over here. I was worried, so I couldn't help but use my power. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing? I should be thanking you for telling me about my injury.
Because I violated your privacy by looking under your clothes. It's not good to use my power without permission like that.
Ah, I see. That's why you felt uncomfortable telling me. I suppose that would be the general consensus.
Some things are off limits. I'm not a child anymore, but I'm still doing the same stuff as back then.
Did something happen when you were younger?
Yes. I didn't realize back then that what I can see isn't something I necessarily should see. When I told people what I saw, they would get uncomfortable and sometimes get scared of me. I finally realized that I shouldn't be doing things like that looking underneath someone's clothes or inside their home was bad.
Is it really so bad?
What? I mean, nobody wants to have their secrets revealed. You wouldn't like that, would you?
To be honest, that wouldn't really bother me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any secrets. People can look all they want. Are you saying you can see inside people's bodies too?
Yes. It can be a little revolting if you're not used to it.
Then not only can you see injuries, you can detect internal diseases early as well. That means your power can save lives. It's fascinating. There really aren't many that can do that. I think it's a wonderful power.
You're the first person other than Kagura to say that.
That's surprising. I thought the OSF would evaluate your effectiveness quite highly.
They tell me it's effective in battle, but my power hasn't often been noted for its everyday uses. I've been mindful in trying to avoid seeing things, or not talk about it if I do see something. It's a strange feeling being told I can look. It does take a weight off my shoulders, though.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Thanks, Kasane.
Thank you for finding my injury. By the way, didn't you have something you wanted to discuss?
Oh, we can talk about that some other time.
Really? I still have time now.
It's okay, really. I'll talk to you about it the next time I see you.
Sure. See you then. She seems to have a lot on her mind. I can't help but be a little concerned. Next time I see her, I need to make sure we talk.
Das ist ganz cool. Es sind immer noch ganz schöne Gespräche. Aber ich finde immer noch, dass die Gespräche mit dem YouTuber waren irgendwie schöner. Pass auf, die Prellung auf, wenn sie erst einmal erwischt hat, trifft es immer wieder die gleiche Stelle. Und du bist bei den gegnerischen Angriffen gerne etwas sorglos. Danke für die Fürsorge. Ich passe schon auf. Es bringt nur einfach die besten Ergebnisse, wenn man so wenig wie möglich ausweicht. Und du, Tsukumi, du bleibst auf Abstand zu den Gegnern, aber aufpassen musst du trotzdem. Du weißt nie, was für ein Angriff als nächstes kommt. Also sei vorsichtig. Wahrscheinlich ist es gefährlich, wenn mir die Munition ausgeht. Danke, ich versuche aufzupassen.
You don't remember being in Togetsu at all, Kasane?
No. I only remember bits and pieces. Did you know me then?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't tell you anything.
Kann ich das auch irgendwie, warte mal, so?
You look so relieved, Major. Your beauty just shines through.
There's a weight off my chest now that I told you everything. What about you?
Me? Can't you tell? I'm so refreshed from talking that I'm 50% more fresh-faced.
I see.
Es labern einen Scheißdreck, ey. Ne, an der Stelle bedanke ich mich dabei fürs Zuschauen. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns dann wieder in der nächsten Folge von Scarlet Nexus. Ich bin immer noch am Entscheiden oder bin noch ein bisschen am Überlegen, ob ich jetzt das wirklich nochmal komplett durchspiele. Ich meine, wir sind ja jetzt eigentlich schon Phase 8. Oder kommen wir jetzt dann schon 9? Steht das da eigentlich irgendwo? Ne, steht da nicht. Wo steht das? Geschichte. Phase 8 von 11. Lalalala. Ja, genau, das kommt dann. Das ist, Phase 8 ist im Prinzip abgeschlossen. Das heißt, wir sind in 9, 10 und 11. War noch, glaube ich, bloß 11, oder? Verdammt. Das ist eine gute Frage. Weil gerade die letzten 2 Dinger sind halt ewig lang. Mal schauen. Ich weiß noch nicht, ob ich es komplett durchspiele, weil gerade da, wo wir dann zusammen sind, das wird ja dann am längsten da. Das dauert dann, glaube ich, am längsten. Oder war das am längsten? Ich weiß es nicht mehr. Ich glaube, das hat bloß so lange gedauert, weil ich die 5 Millionen Vertrauensepisoden gemacht habe. Egal, werden wir dann sehen. Macht's gut und Servus.